Cleveland Simon coming to you from Three Dragons Sports Bar in Hoi An with our tips for round 21 of the Aussie rules.
Okay, kicking it off on Friday night, we got the Dogs at home to the Demons.
Yeah, Dogs in the 8 for the first time in a long time.
One of the form teams of the comp at the moment. You know, one of the three, four form teams.
Yep.
Lions, Dogs, Hawks, and probably the Dockers. Probably the four teams that are, you know.
Giants maybe, but not quite so.
Not quite there yet.
They're not quite there yet.
They're one of, to be honest, the Giants have got a tough run going in, and I think they're the team that potentially at the risk to drop out of the 8 for the Hawks. But anyway, getting on to the Bulldogs D's game.
Yeah.
Bulldogs, I think, they're playing. They're shifting the footy really well.
They're looking strong.
And so, you know, quite a fast team. They get good turnaround, and their D's still not quite there, and they're going to struggle.
Yeah, I think Bulldogs by a solid margin as well, in like 20 plus.
Yeah, there you go. I'd say it might be a bit closer. I'd say 18, but yeah.
And second game on the Friday, we've got down in Perth, Eagles against the Suns. That one's a tricky one.
Suns away from home.
I mean, their
hoodoo got broken for their home.
At home.
Can they flip the script and break their away hoodoo?
I don't think they can, actually.
The Eagles looked strong against Dockers in the first half last week, and we were run down.
And I think the Eagles are due a win. They've been playing okay, even though they've lost quite a lot in a row. But I think the Eagles are due a win, and I think the Suns away, having to go from Queensland all the way down to Perth, and with their away record being dismal, I reckon I'll fancy the Eagles to get up.
I've tipped the Suns here to break their away after their loss at home. I think that they'll get the bounce back win away.
Yeah.
No. Saturday's game, first game. Roos at home to the Tigers. I've got the Roos here. I think that they've showed. They've showed throughout the year that they've been. I think they've been a little bit more competitive than the Tigers for most of the year.
Yeah.
They've been, you know, in the mix. You know,
I mean, they've occasionally played like 3 complete quarters where the Tigers usually only managed about 2.5 before they fell off. So I think Roos will stay in the contest a bit longer and get up.
Yeah, I think the Roos slightly better in this one, but it's going to be a tough one to tip that one.
Then next game up on Saturday, we got the Cats at home, GmbH Stadium, to the Crows.
Cats. I think slightly better team at home. They've definitely got, you know, more to play for, the Cats. The ladder's so close that, you know, if the Cats lose this, then again they could be in trouble.
Yeah.
And could start to slide. I mean, this is a must win.
With the run home, that's a must win at home
against Adelaide.
Against Crows. The Crows are pretty much gone. Like they're not really playing for anything.
But the Cats have got a lot to play for in this one because
Cats will control that game and win it comfortably. I think.
I don't know. I think you know might be making you a bit nervous, but half time there. But the Cats, I think, will come home.
Yeah, they should come home in that one. And then, massive game. At least, like, not necessarily for implications on the ladder, but just in historically and whatnot. We got the Pies against Blues at the G, prime time Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Collingwood have been struggling for the last couple of months. The Blues have been struggling for the last month, really, as well. Like, the Blues really need to find some form coming into the finals. Their top 4 position, you know, is definitely going to, you know, come under threat. And if they want to finish top 4, the Blues, they need to win this game as well. So, Yeah, I think they've got a couple of guys back this week as well, Carlton. So I think they've had a couple of big ins. So
Yeah.
we'll see what the team's lists end up coming out like. But
Yeah,
it looks
but
like they're going to get a couple of guys back. So I'm going to tip the Blues. Uh,
I
but
think this one might be, if I'm not wrong, this one might be Pendlebury's 400 game as well. I think so. Either this or
400?
next week. I think so, or three. No, I think it's 400. It's some ridiculous milestone.
Huh?
I remember somebody told me on the weekend when we were talking about that game, and they were like, "I'll have to look that up. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think it's a milestone game for
I
Pendlebury somewhere."
don't think it's been around long enough for 400. But anyway,
Well,
maybe
anyway, it's some sort of milestone game,
Yeah.
so the Pies might step up, but I
350
still
maybe.
think I still think the Blues.
Yeah, Blues.
And then finishing things off on the Saturday, we got Port at home to the Swans. That one, if you look at it, like the Swans lost 4 out of their last 5, whereas Port has won 4 out of their last 5. They're playing down in Adelaide. Sydney, they just look a bit complacent at the moment. They're kind of a bit out of form, like just not quite.
A couple of little injuries, and then just I don't know. They were so well primed at the beginning of the year, and I don't know. I think if you're maybe the opposite to the Lions, who didn't seem that fit, and at the beginning of the year, maybe the fatigue is. I think fatigue, can play a factor just on
I mean, it's
getting
also
up for so many weeks in a row, and they've
I mean, part of it is probably also that teams had time to kind of figure out game plans. Had like now loads of time to kind of prepare,
Watch
and be
video
ready and
and
watch
stuff
video,
like
and kind of caught up and figured out how to play against them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think down in Adelaide, I'm picking Port.
Yeah, I'm picking form. Form worked well for me last week. 7 of 8 or
8 of 9.
8 of 9. There you go.
8 of 9.
Finally won a round. Didn't quite get the bonus point, but so yeah, I'm going to tip the form team in Port, and until the Swans can swing it around, and then I'll get straight back on them. But if they win this weekend, then I'll back the Swans home. But yeah, like just until they get a win against up against a form team, then yeah, and Port.
Yeah, and we got on the Sunday, we got massive game again. Giants at home to the Hawks.
So, yeah, massive game. Looking forward to this one. I'm saying it every week. I've been on the Hawks for a couple of months now. They are one of the form teams in the competition, and GWS have shown some signs in the last few weeks that they're, getting back to the team that we thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year. But I'm on the Hawks. I'm going to big push. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, they're pushing that to getting that 8, and I reckon they're going to make it.
Yeah, they're exciting. I think the Giants are that notch ahead of them, and I think I'm going to back the Giants to get
We'll see on the weekend whether they are or whether the Hawks are a real shot. And this is going to be huge because GWS is probably the hardest run home.
They got a tough run.
They got a really tough run, and the Hawks have definitely got a couple of winnable games in that run home as well. So most predictions don't have the Hawks in the 8.
I think they might just sneak in 8 potentially. Maybe not. They might just finish like 1 or 2 out.
Yeah.
Definitely a great season for them, no matter what. Giants probably be disappointed if they didn't make the 8. So I reckon Giants.
Yeah, go Hawks. Second game on Sunday, we've got the Bombers at home to Freo. Yeah, Bombers on the slide.
Yeah, they're gone. I don't think they'll make the 8 from here. Their run home is brutal.
Yeah, the old Bomber is definitely fallen out of the sky, since the beginning of the year, and like Freo they're playing tough and
just keep winning as well. Like if Rio finished top 4, like I don't think many people would have seen that coming. Like,
Yeah. You know, like quite a few people had them in their top 8. I forget. Did I? I'm sure.
nah,
Maybe
we,
just
we,
out.
we
I
both
don't know.
completely forgot about them when we did our top 8.
But yeah, Bombers definitely in a free fall, and they've got also like a ridiculously tough run home. There's no chance they can make the finals now. They're gone.
Yeah, I think so.
They just got to try and salvage something for next year.
I mean, considering where they're at in their like kind of rebuild and everything, like still a good year.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster.
Wow.
Just from where they were, like all they needed to do was win a couple of games here and there, and there was some winnable games there that they had.
But had a pretty easy schedule. They had a pretty easy schedule. They won a few upsets.
They should have made the 8 after the start that they had. They should be making the 8.
Yeah, they were just overachieving beginning of the year. But they're all right. They'll finish about where they are, where they're at. Yeah. Like they'll finish around 10th or so, which I think is pretty much where they're at. Finish things off, Saints at Marvel to the Lions. Up until like 3-4 weeks ago, I would have said easy win for the Lions. Over the last few weeks, the Saints come decent. They're still not good, but they're playing better footy than they were.
Definitely.
Might upset a few teams. I don't think the Lions will be one of them. I think the Lions are playing too consistent and too good at the moment, and I think they'll get a win, but not going to be easy.
Yeah, look. I mean, with only several games left in the season, I think that the Lions, you know, it'll be unlikely. I think that they win every game through, and they might get a shock loss somewhere along the line, but I don't think it's going to happen this weekend. I think that the Lions will be too strong and continue their push for minor premiers. They're going to be like, if the Swans drop off to the Port and Lions win here, then it's half a game to minor premiership. That's one game, and they're there. And with the runs home, and until the Swans can turn it around, I've got the Lions as minor premier favourites.
Yeah, very possible. I mean, that's kind of where we both predicted them beginning of the year. Took the long way around to get there, but they might still get there.
Yeah, doing it the right way though, form at the right time of the year. What it's all about.
Yep.
Hopefully they can hold on to that for the last few rounds and before the finals start.
I mean, their main issues. I mean, we'll see. Like they've kind of got the monkey off their back last year with getting to the grand final. So we'll see if they can do one better this year. All right, there we go. There's our tips. Good luck with yours, and we'll see you next week.
Good luck.